So listen, I get that starting over a business or starting a business, or maybe you haven't done your business marketing as good as you wish you had. I get that it's hard. And there are so many voices out there telling you that SEO doesn't work, or that SEO is too hard to get started in, or, it's too late, too little, too late. I'm here to say that all that bad news is false, fake news, if you know what you're doing and if you are following the right plan. So I figured it'd be kind of fun for me to tell you exactly what I would do if I was starting over right now in 2026, because I honestly am pretty optimistic about the state of SEO and online marketing in 2026 and beyond. And these are the steps that I would do if I had to restart today. All right, let's dig in. Well, hey pal, you already know that you need to create content to market your business. That's not news to you. And if you're here hanging out with me, then you know that building your business and life on the social media hamster wheel is not what I'm going to recommend. But what kind of long-form blog content are you supposed to create? What keywords are actually going to lead to, leads? And how in the world are you supposed to keep up with your content consistently? You are going to learn the answer to these questions and so much more inside of my brand new live workshop. Save your seat for the Content Systems for Sales live workshop with 3 available time slots on April 28th at 12, 2, and 6 p.m. Central Time. Print your notebook, grab your pen, and get ready to learn. You're going to learn the number 1 easy angle shift to help your content reach ready to purchase buyers, not just the looky-loos, what most SEO gurus won't tell you about traffic numbers, and the missing link to compounding content. You're going to get 1 hour of straight shooting, value-packed training to help you get more sales from your evergreen content. Head to faithhannon.com/content systems, all one word, to save your spot, print your workbook, and get ready to see more sales from your content. Hey, did you hear about the Content Systems for Sales live workshop coming up April 28th? I don't want you to miss it if you happen to just skip over that intro, because this workshop is specifically designed to help teach you the exact systems that I have used in my business and clients' businesses to help create content that drives sales. I'm teaching you the 3 secrets to selling more with your content, because we all know that we need to use content to market our business, right? Like, that is not news. But what kind of content is actually going to drive leads and sales for your business? Well, there's a system to that, and I'm going to teach it to you. It is a brand new live workshop. I've never taught this before. This is not just a recycled workshop. I have never taught this before. And principle number 1 alone has the capacity to revolutionize your business and your sales if you take it and you implement it into how you are talking to your ideal clients via whatever method you use to communicate. So make sure that you are signed up. Go to faithhannon.com/content systems. It is on April 28th, and there are 3 available time slots, 12, 2, and 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So what about your starting over plan or starting fresh plan in 2026? What would I do? Y'all, I've been in this game for a while. 9, almost 10 years that I've been marketing online, writing copy, doing online marketing, helping clients do online marketing. Like, I am not a rookie in this game, okay? And I've been profitable every year, okay? We've made money every year. So I realize that I have some skills that I have overlooked and not passed on as well as I would like to. So in 2026, if I had to start over from scratch, this is what I would do in this exact order. Okay. So if you're like, hey, my business isn't growing how I want it to grow, or you just feel like you're banging your head against a wall trying to get more sales and more leads, or to do it in a more efficient manner, run through this checklist with me, okay? You might be like, I've been in business for years. Well, great, but maybe there's some areas that you can shine up a little bit, okay? Okay, so step number one that I would do before anything else is I would make sure that there is a known demand for what I want to bring to the market, for what I want to do, for the product that I want to create, for the service that I want to offer. Now, I'm going to talk about this from a couple different angles. One, I am the classic entrepreneurial visionary brain. Like, you could ask my husband or my OBM. I have a new business idea, and a good one every week, at least every week. And I probably have 10 not so good ones every week, okay? But I have some pretty darn cool and fun ideas at least every week. I just don't have the time to execute on all those because life. And I say all that to say, if you're like, this is such a good idea, and you go and see if there's any demand for that, and your little spirit is crushed, I understand, because I've been there too, / I'm there often. But the fact of the matter is, a good idea, just because you have a good idea or a fun idea, does not mean that it's going to be a profitable business idea. Now, it doesn't mean that it couldn't be a profitable business at some point, but if there's not a known demand for the product or service that you want to create and bring to the market, it is going to be so much harder, so much more work to sell it. It's going to be so much harder and so much more work to be profitable right out of the gate. Now, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily a no forever, but if there's not a known demand for that product or that service, then you not only have to create the thing and market the thing, but you have to get in front of your ideal client and let them know that they need the thing. Now, I'm raising my hand right here with I have absolutely done this. 10 years ago or so, I thought I wanted to get in business as a starter strategist. It made a lot of sense. I'm super great at getting started. I will jump out of the plane and build my parachute on the way down. I am not scared to start things. I've always been like that. And I was like, hey, I want to help people do this with their business, but I don't want to look up the codes for their business. I don't want to do that kind of stuff. I just want to give them a strategy behind building a business and help them market and coach them and encourage them along the way, right? I thought it was going to be fantastic. I got the idea from a coaching program that I was in, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to run with it. I even had a graphic designer helping me create stuff with it. I was running with this idea. And then I sat down and I was like, does anybody actually know what a starter strategist is? And so I Googled it, and there were no searches about a starter strategist. Nobody's looking for a starter strategist coach. Yeah, it was a cool idea, and I could have helped people with that. But in trying to market that, I was going to have to first get in front of the right people and then convince them that they needed this thing that they didn't even know existed, and then sell the thing, right? And so I would have been making my life so much harder trying to start off with a made-up business. Now, I say made-up business. I don't say that in a mean way. I'm just saying that was something that I made up and created. There was not an existing industry, an existing market for that business. So it would have been a made-up business, which is okay in some aspects. But if I was starting over today, I would not be going towards a made-up business. I would absolutely make sure that there is a known demand for the product or service that I want to bring to the market. Okay. Step number 2. This is what I would do. Second is I would get ridiculously clear on what I do and who I help. Ridiculously clear. Okay. And then I would get even more clear again. Now, this is not to be like, you need to niche down and niche down and niche down and niche down and niche down so far that you're like, I help women with red hair and blue eyes whose left big toe is bigger than their right big toe, and they have three girl children and 2 boy children, and they homeschool, and they use this curriculum, and they feed their kids this food, and they wear this kind of clothing, and those are the only people I help. No, this is not that. This is not that. I think we should niche down. Yes, you are not everything for everybody, right? But I think that the market overall, we have gotten a little bit niching happy, meaning that people get so hyper focused on their ideal client avatar and what she buys at Starbucks and what she wears to Target and what she drives and all of this, that we forget that people are individuals, right? So I would focus less on like your ideal client avatar and those like weird made up exercises about, envisioning your ideal client avatar. I would focus less on that and more on getting ridiculously clear on what I do and who I help. Like, how do I help them? How do I get them from point A to point B? What is point A and point B? What are the systems that I use to do that? What are the proven methods that I do? How is this person feeling during this process? What are the benefits to my service? Not just, the features like the washing machine, right? Like that example that I love to give. Is it going to get the baby poop out of my clothes? Great. Then I do not give a hoot what size motor it has, right? Think about that. Talk about getting ridiculously clear on what you do and who you help. And then I would get even more clear. So now that we're clear, that we're very, very clear on what we're doing, who we help, how we help them, right? Step number 3, I would get my website set up, and I would do all of the right things as far as doing my keyword research, getting the right keywords in the right places. I would get my page titles, my H1 text. I would get the SEO bones of my website dialed in and done. Now, this is not to say that you're not going to need to touch this and fix this later, right? Our websites are, I don't want to say they're evolving, like you have to mess with them every week, but you know what? If you're not looking at your website every 6 months and be like, I can say that better, then you're probably not staying on top of your messaging and your marketing. So I would get my website set up. I would make sure that the user is absolutely the hero of the story and the copy. And I get a lot of pushback on this when I work with students and clients at first, because nobody intentionally makes themselves the hero of the story. Unless you're like 5 years old or 10, you know what I mean? Like unless you're like a little kid, you're not intentionally painting yourself as the hero of every story, especially if you're in business to help people, right? You are not intentionally doing that. But so many entrepreneurs, when they write their own copy or even have a professional copywriter who doesn't have this knowledge, they make themselves the hero of the story and they leave their ideal client. They lose them, or they lose a part of them. And I would absolutely make sure that my website copy did not position me as the hero of the story, but as the guide, helping the client, the customer, be the hero and achieve success, avoid failure, all of the wonderful things Donald Miller teaches in StoryBrand, if you have not read that. Okay, so I'd get my website set up, SEO friendly, user is a hero of the story. I would kick butt and take names with my homepage. I would kick butt and take names with my services page, and I would kick butt and take names with my about page. And then I would get a contact page up and I'm done. Okay. I'm done with the website for a hot minute. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on some collabs. I'm going to start working on some genuine collaborations, not cold pitches to every email that I can find, but people that I've actually, connected with and worked with. And I'm going to be doing some collabs for backlinks. Now, this might mean that I have to write some blogs for free. It may mean that I need to try out some product for free, right? It may mean that I need to even do a little bit of work for free with contracts. But I would start doing some collaborations and getting some backlinks from other reputable sites that lead back to my site, because that's going to start helping to build domain authority, or SEO street cred, as I call it sometimes. The next step that I would do, I think we're on 5, is I would get a really solid system in place for my content, for my high quality blog content. And I say that I would get the system in place because I have 100% been at the place where I write a really great blog, publish it, am done. And then the next week I'm like, shoot, what did I do? How did I do this? How did I get this done so, slowly back in those days? But I would get a system set up because that system is going to help me create content consistently, high quality content consistently, which is ultimately going to help me to grow the way that I want to grow. Because I'm in business to help people and make money, and I'm super competitive. So everything I want to do, I want to win at. So if you are somebody that you're like, man, Faith, my content is kind of sucking. My website's not really doing anything except costing me money every month. If you are in either one of those camps, I would love to see you inside of Content Systems for Sales live workshop April 28th, because I'm going to walk you through what I have built and designed to create content that's going to generate sales again and again and again without selling your soul. I'm going to teach you the secrets to Content System for Sales, because there are a lot of things that people on the internet are not talking about. This is a brand new workshop that I've never taught anywhere before, but it's things that we've been doing for years and years and years. And y'all, it's free $99. So get your little tush in there. There's going to be some free prizes for people who attend live. And I've been told that my workshops are some of the most fun that people have ever attended. So bring your party pants, bring your notebook, get ready to take notes, and sign up and actually come to Content System for Sales. The link is in the show notes. You can also just go straight to faithhannon.com/content systems and save your seat and choose from one of 3 time slots. All right, y'all, I'll be back with you tomorrow. With some things to teach you about your content if it's failing. And it's failing if it's not doing these jobs that I'm going to teach you tomorrow. So get ready, y'all. Bye. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.